Hey guys, and welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you the best steady gold farm to do at the moment, and it's going to be for the Rousing Frost. Now the Rousing Frost has recently went up in price since patch 10.2. Now to increase the amount of gold you can get from this farm, you need enchanting, and you spec into Primal Extraction. Every point you spend in Primal Extraction will give you 1% more of getting extra primals from any mobs. So this is where the farm is located in the Asia span at this spot right here. Now this is a really good farm for it because they hyper spawn really well, and now it's best doing this in a group of 2x4, so 2 groups of 4 people in each group. This way you're going to share the loot with 8 people instead of doing it in just one group where you would share the loot with 5 people. And when you're doing this, it makes it a lot easier if you have at least one monk that can set up the statue. Now we have a mark, an X mark, where the statue needs to be placed. So right in the middle here is where you'd preferably have your statue. Now don't worry if you can't find a monk. Druids and hunters work really good for this. You don't need a monk, but it does help just to bring all the mobs and stack them up in one location, making the looting and everything a lot easier. So when you're doing this, I'd highly recommend doing a 2x4 farm. If you can't fill out a 2x4, just a single group of 5 people can work decently. Now you will be making around 50k all the way up to around 70k gold per hour just from the Primal Frost because of how good the prices are at the moment. Now I'm saying 50 to 70k because if you don't have enchanting and you aren't spec'd into Primal Extraction, you should expect around like 50k gold still. But if you have enchanting and you've spec'd into Primal Extraction, you should expect upwards of like 70k gold just from the Rousing Frost within an hour. So it's a really good farm. Would have to be one of the best steady gold farms at the moment that you can possibly do. It's got no RNG whatsoever. A little bit of requirement having the enchanting, so you have to, I think you need about 50 points because you need 10 points in the first one, and then to do Primal Extraction all the way you need 40 to fill that out properly. So once you have it fully specced out, you will have a 40% chance of getting extra Rousing Frost from this farm. So it really does help. Now there's a whole heap of catch-up methods to actually get knowledge points to spend on your enchanting to get Primal Extraction all the way maxed out. So you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever getting the 50 knowledge points for enchanting to actually be able to do this to its full potential. However, if you really don't want to change your professions, or you just really don't want to do anything to do with professions, like I said before, you will be making still around 50k steady gold per hour from this farm. Now when you're trying to find a group, what you can do is go into custom in looking for group, and there should be some farms up for this. It will just be called like the Frost Farm, the Rousing Frost Farm, the Awakened Frost Farm, because once you have 10 Rousing Frost, you can click on that and that will turn it into an Awakened Frost, and that will sell for the same amount of gold basically, like but times it by 10 because you need 10 of the Rousing Frost to actually make it. You probably know how they work by now, but if anyone didn't, that's how it works. Now I would just recommend selling whichever one has a higher price. So you could check out the two and then you would times the Rousing Frost by 10 to see which one actually has the better price. It's pretty simple to know which one is better. They both sell extremely well on the auction house, like in speed wise. So either will actually sell very quickly. Just depending on which one has the best price is the one that I would go ahead and pick when doing this farm. Now if you are having trouble finding groups for this and you're on the NA, I actually have an in-game community called Goldcap Legends, and I'll put a link down below in the description box for it if you would like to go ahead and join that. But it's only on the NA, so the EU people can't join. But if you've brought any of my guides and you are in the private Discord, you can post in the looking for group channel if you're on the EU, and you should be able to find some people to do some farms with. However, after this video, this should be a pretty popular farm, and a lot of people should be posting in looking for group to find people for this, because you can do it solo or with a couple mates, but it does work the best with 8 people being 2 times 4, so 2 groups full, 2 groups of 4 people, making it 8 people in total. This will increase the amount of gold, and then obviously don't forget to max out your primal extraction with enchanting. However guys, that was it for today's video. If you would like to learn more about making gold in retail, you can check out my complete gold making guide. This is a guide that is constantly updated, so every time a new farm comes out, a new patch, a new expansion, it will get updated, and if you own a copy already, it will get sent straight to your email address with the updated version, and you won't have to buy it again or nothing like that, so you'll have it for a lifetime. However guys, let me know if you enjoy this farm, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.